Hello friends, welcome back to the cabin, and today I want to share with you a simple tooth powder that can be made with ingredients that you already have in your pantry. But more importantly, I want to share why you may want to begin transitioning away from commercial toothpaste on the market today. Many of us are becoming more and more concerned about some of the ingredients that we come into contact with on a daily basis. And I began to research a particular ingredient, and it's found in toothpaste, and that ingredient is fluoride. Now there's actually two types of fluoride. There is one called calcium fluoride, which is naturally derived. The other fluoride is sodium fluoride, and that is actually a man-made synthetic, patented in 1896 as an insecticide. It was used up until the 1970s, where there began to be some concern about it being so poisonous. So that was a huge red flag to me, because why would we want to then begin to put it in products that we come into contact with, possibly ingest it, and especially the concern that I have for children that may ingest it in quantities for their size that could be even more troublesome. So it stands to reason that if sodium fluoride started out as an insecticide, is still listed as a pesticide with the EPA, that maybe it's an ingredient that I want to start transitioning out of my home and eliminate that risk. Now I'm going to share with you this simple, wonderful tooth powder that will help you get away from the sodium fluoride and not sacrifice any of the good things that you need for good oral health. So I'm going to gather my supplies and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of baking soda. I think I'm going to go with 2. Let's go with 2 tablespoons of baking soda. And the reason I want to do this is I want to go ahead and try to get my essential oil. Now, if you're not using essential oil, you can go ahead and skip this step. And I'm going to put about, see if I can get it where you can see it really good, 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I want to be able to kind of get this blended in, and then we'll go ahead and go with the salt and the rest of the baking soda. And I like to use a fork because I can really get this blended. I can crush it and just get it distributed a whole lot better than if I tried to do this all at one time. It's kind of like blending pastry when you're trying to put your fat, your lard into your flour. It's very similar. We just want to kind of get it incorporated. And this is so good. It's so refreshing for your mouth when you have this little bit of peppermint in there. But you can certainly choose others if you prefer, whatever you like, or like I said before, leave it out. Sometimes in a pinch, I will go with just baking soda. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/3 cup of baking soda, give or take. It's a 4-ounce jar, so we don't want to go over. And one thing that I am going to do now is I am going to go ahead and blend that as well. And a little bit of essential oil right there. Get our lumps and bumps out of there. And a whisk would do this as well. Okay, now for the salt, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the Redmond salt really has a pink and a grayish blend of colors, which just emphasizes the mineral content. Now, I put a teaspoon. You can do less. And I do also want to caution you, if you're on a salt-restricted diet, you probably will want to speak to your healthcare professional as to whether or not this is a good option for you. And that is it. Now we're going to put it in our jar. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going to put our lid on. We're going to give it a good shake, help blend it some more. And there's your pennies on the dollar, very effective oral care tooth powder. 2 quick points that I want to share with you to help you in your oral hygiene is after you eat, particularly sugary foods, or high sugar drinks, anything that's just a sweet, but at any time, you will want to rinse your mouth out with water. And you want to expel it, don't swallow it. And what you're doing is you're washing a lot of that sugar out of there, and bacteria feeds on sugar, and that is what develops plaque. So we want to get as much of that sugar out as we can. The second tip is you want to incorporate some type of oil pulling into your routine. And if you're interested in learning more about oil pulling for dental health, drop me a comment below. And also, any questions or any comments are welcome. I'd love to hear from you. If you found value in this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe. And until next time, don't ever forget that your Heavenly Father loves you. And we'll see you on the next video. God bless.